Unless you've been living under a rock the past few weeks, there's no way you haven't heard about the Travis Kelce-Taylor Swift dating rumors by now. I mean, it seems like they show her on camera every time they're about to cut to a commercial, just to remind us for the millionth time. And of course, we all know what comes with the territory when this type of thing happens. Fans will not hesitate to blame the woman in the situation when the player and his team start to struggle. We saw it with Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson, and now it looks like it's happening again with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Even though they won the game against the Jets, people still feel that Taylor Swift is some sort of bad luck charm. Even ESPN's Mike Greenberg mentioned that Taylor Swift could possibly be a distraction. But if we were to just stop and think for 2 seconds, we would realize that Kansas City always seems to play down to their competition. And trust me, I was this close to just leaving it at that. But then I suddenly remembered that this isn't the first time Taylor Swift has been blamed for having a negative effect on sports. And I'm talking about the 2023 NBA playoffs that took place not too long ago. You see, there was this crazy theory going around that every city Taylor Swift performed in during her Eras tour had their NBA team eliminated from the playoffs around that same time. I didn't really think much of it at first. In fact, I practically laughed out loud when I found out that pretty respectable websites were actually entertaining this. But with the recent talks surrounding her possibly being a curse for the Kansas City Chiefs, I thought maybe there was something to this after all. I mean, these people certainly thought so at the time.
Taylor Swift is being dragged into a wild NBA conspiracy theory.
Every city that Taylor Swift plays in has promptly had its NBA team get eliminated.
Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is one of the hottest tickets in the country right now, but is the show leaving some bad blood behind?
Well, some people say the tour curses NBA teams located in or near the cities Taylor's touring.
As you can see, it definitely got some attention back when it was happening, but only from the people who were paying attention. And what those people found were some eerie connections. Let's go through them real quick and see what you guys think. This theory can be traced all the way back to Glendale, Arizona, where she first kicked off her tour back in March, which was only about a month before the playoffs began, meaning that Phoenix never stood a chance from the start. They were eliminated 2 months later. Seems too far apart to even count that? Alright, check this out. The closest Swift got to South Florida was in April, when she played 3 shows in Tampa. And guess what? Miami lost its first play-in game to Atlanta just 2 days before Swift performed in Tampa, which was an outcome nobody expected. But that doesn't mean the Hawks got away scot-free, because just a day before Taylor Swift performed in Atlanta, the Hawks got bounced out of the first round. Then her next victim happened to be the Sixers. Wait until you hear this. Swift played her last show in Philadelphia on the same exact night Game 7 between the Sixers and Celtics took place, where Jason Tatum dropped 51 points and led the Celtics to an easy win. But don't worry, Sixers and Hawks fans, Boston got their karma. If you think the Celtics were immune to the curse, you're sadly mistaken, because Swift just so happened to be in Massachusetts during the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics couldn't even win a game against the 8th-seeded Miami Heat while she was in Foxborough, but interestingly, almost made a 3-0 comeback after she left. What are the odds of that? And some believe the Knicks possibly fell victim to the curse too, because they happened to lose in the second round not too long before she performed in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which is only about 6 miles away from New York. Close enough to have an impact on their team. Again, assuming you believe in this kind of stuff, which if Mark Cuban does even just a little bit, he better be careful what he wishes for.
Taylor, if you're listening, sorry, Travis, break up with him. I got a bunch of good-looking single guys that play for the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh my God.
I got you. I got you.
Oh my Lord. Well, that's not a bad strategy on your part.
Even if you think this whole thing is a reach, there's enough evidence to suggest that you probably should want her to stay away. I mean, just ask Austin Reeves. Just by there simply being rumors of them possibly dating was enough to have a negative impact on Team USA's play, which was a shocking result. It's starting to look like she's the new Kardashian curse. I mean, even San Francisco Giants fans believe she's responsible for them not reaching the World Series back in 2016. So I guess there's really nothing else to say other than to advise Travis Kelce to be very careful.